closer for you. Blazing pillar smash.
We're sharpened rage. All power comes to me. It's our future.
Blazing pillar smash.
Smile of wavering darkness. Oh, enduring protection.
Let's see. You need an orange gel.
Stars.
I need an orange gel.
Oh, power that defies my enemies. Risk.
Or did I tell him to use another one on himself? Oh, no, I guess I just had to stop and wait. Oh shit, I should probably identify him. That would be a good idea. Good thing. I'm too used to my personal file.
Impossible.
Like, once you
really
deal
wanna
with all
keep
the
this
stupid
up,
ads and
it's
shit,
over.
it's not that bad a
Accept your
fight.
fate.
It's just... if he beelines for the back line,
That's
like...
the logical outcome. Oh, I feel so powerful.
then you're gonna have problems, because they're not strong enough to withstand his onslaught. The AI isn't smart enough to. They'll just keep trying to run away from him and not block his attacks, and then they'll just die. I'll save you a place in hell, or whatever the fuck I said. Again, play through this yourself if you want to see the story, because I already know the story. I'm just playing through the game because I like playing the game. It's something that I've, again, decided for my channel, my commentary style is like... I'd rather do it this way. Like, that 113 hours was me, like, looking at all the dialogue, looking at everything. Like, I'm not gonna try and falsify the game's length. By saying, oh, there is lots of extra stuff to do, there is lots of content that has been added for this version of the game. It's just, a lot of the extra time, obviously, is from listening to the new dialogue and skits and stuff. But like a low ball, like if you just breeze through everything. Axbeak, Coy Woods. Limit Trio, what do I need for that shit? Flare Stones. Yeah, so we're not gonna get that shit until we go to the desert, so... But those birds in the Koi Woods, I'm kind of annoyed that I didn't grind enough of them. Because those winged boots actually make us run faster on the world map. In dungeons and shit, not so much the... I don't think it affects the world map. Maybe it does, but for sure running around in towns and dungeons it affects us. Let me see. Did we already do the part? Yeah, we just got done doing that. Did the... No, the Dawn didn't attack Jaeger yet. I don't think that happens for a while. I'm gonna need to also follow that side quest guy that I was following earlier. Fine, Yuri, be that way. Why did he have to die? Yeah, this is all story-related stuff. But I'm more interested in playing the game because I've already seen the story. Lady Estelie's Kimura disappeared and we don't know where he is.
Yuri?
So we haven't gone to... So we're going to Nordopolica. That's what's going on. The insipid poison of this world must be destroyed. On New Game Plus,
Judith?
I'll let the shit play through because I'll do it in Japanese. But like as of right now, We're on our way to Nordopolica. I actually need to be paying attention to the side quests now, because this is technically our first playthrough on stream. So, I actually don't need to open I have it on a notepad that I can just use. So let me open that really quickly so that I can check. TLVDE side quests. Let me see. So part 2. After Judith and Estelle join the party, go to Gosferos and check the East Room. Okay, so this is where we are. We're Act 2. Sorry. Act 2 is where we are currently. Going to want to move this over here. Just so I can keep track of how long I've been streaming. We have about 2 more hours. Excuse me, sorry. If we walk back in and we can have a scene with Duke. And as far as I know, these Duke scenes don't do anything other than story development.
Here Estelle's being so nice.
You're one to talk, Yuri. Hey, that monster's gonna attack us again if...
Yes, you're...
You were the target of it.
You were the target, so you're the child of the full moon. Again, this is all plot-related things that if you're interested in the plot of this game, I highly suggest you play through yourself, because realistically, that's, you know, the best that you can enjoy something is doing it for yourself, understanding it for yourself, feeling things for yourself. Like, I can't tell you how to feel when you react to things that happen for the first time. Like, that's all on you. Like, your emotions are your own.
Don't get sloppy!
After Judith and Estelle join the party, go to Goss first. Also, you'll notice we're in Act 2 because the battle music changed. This was something that they actually did in, Tales of the Abyss.
Not too shabby, huh?
They changed up the battle music a couple of times depending on what act of the game you were in. That game also has 3 acts. That game is delightful. I love that game, as a matter of fact. Judith in the party? Yeah, they're both in it. Alright.
That huge flying
There is, this is part of Judith's Bionic Spear side quest. It's like her strongest non-foul arm weapon. And it's a long act, all 3 acts of the game related quest chain. And if you don't start it correctly at the beginning of the game, you can't complete it, which it's pretty brutal. It's a pretty steep learning curve. Like, if you didn't know it was there, you would never figure it out, kind of thing. It's one of those, like, classic, obscure, RPGs kinds of side quests, you know? Which I don't think they really do that anymore. I haven't played through Vesperia all the way. That's another thing on my checklist of things to actually finish is Vesperia. It's just I couldn't get into how simple they made the game. And if you're asking me to be interested, because these games, let's face it, they're not, story-wise, they're not complicated stories. They're very relatable stories, which is why I think people like them so much, is because you can relate to, you know, being disillusioned with governments and social injustice and shit like that. And you need these characters to be somewhat, not hyper-dimensional, but, you know, have enough dimensions and still be relatable, like a Yuri, who has an arc. Like, every single main character in this game has an arc of some point. Playable character, I should say. Like, they have an arc. Like, something about them changes in a way to give their character more enrichment. Like, which is, you know, that's the main focus of these games, is if you're, from a story perspective, it's you relating to the characters and enjoying these characters interacting with one another. But with Vesperia, I wasn't getting that fast enough, and the characters were so one-dimensional and boring. In, like, people, you know, laud,
repeat.
Velvet Crow. Her name isn't Velvet Crow. What's her name? Her last name is Crow. Is it Velvet? Is her name Velvet? I think her name is Velvet. Velvet Crow or some shit like that. And what the tagline was like, she's a pirate, she's like a scourge of the seven seas. And then you play the game and she really isn't. Unless you become one. She's not very pirate-like at all, outside of the fact that they do get a ship at some point in the game, and you use that ship to travel.
This looks easy.
I
Don't
guess.
get careless.
And you can send a crew out to go and complete missions. That's about it. I don't remember her being like this amazing pirate leader, like a...
Repeat.
Patty's arc is way more interesting than her.
Your
Patty
tail?
is a legit pirate leader.